Hello and welcome. My name is Samantha Kennedy, and I would be honored to guide you through your yin practice today. Welcome yourself onto your mat. Now, before we get started, I invite you to take a few minutes to transform your space, because you might be doing this at home, which is now often our workspace, so it can be a little overwhelming to be constantly doing everything in the same space. So in order to transform your current space into your sacred space for your practice, I invite you to maybe light some candles. I'm going to light one here. Behind me, we also have the salt lamps. That gives a nice effect. There's also an incense that I will light behind me, or you could use a diffuser if you have that. So I'm just gonna light this one, get everything you need set up, and then we'll meet on the mat, lying on the back. The props that you might want to have around for this practice would be some bolsters. If you don't have that, feel free to just grab any kind of pillows that you might have around, a block or two, and if you have a strap handy as well, you might find that useful. Taking some deep, full breaths as we all make our way onto the back. So just begin to notice the ease in the breath, in the body, as you lie on the back. Wherever your hands are, we're going to bring one to the belly and one to the heart, and notice the comforting sensation of your own physical touch. So you're not applying any pressure, but the weight of your hands brings a grounding, safe sensation throughout the body. Little shivers and ripples of relaxation spreading through each and every cell as you begin to let go. Feel the air coming in as you receive the breath, holding for a moment at the top, and then completely releasing on that exhale. Surrender down like you're melting into the mat, allowing the mat to take the full weight of the body. Anything that came up earlier today, or that you need to do later today, we're going to place in a box and lock it tight. We're then going to place that box outside of the mind. We're going to put it beside us off of the mat to come back to at another time. But for right now, just for the next hour, we're going to focus totally on ourselves. From here, we're going to make our way into our first posture, which will be a supported fish. So bend the left knee up, turn yourself over to the side, and you're going to reach for your props. There's a few options that we have here. The first option is with your bolster. You can take that here, and then bring that down to the base of your spine. So this is the more yin, relaxing version. And then bring those arms out to the side. And then two options with the legs. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide apart. Here in a butterfly leg position. Or you can straighten those legs out. Whichever you prefer feels better for you. If you have an eye bag, you can stick that on in this pose as well. You may also choose to add some pillows to support under the knees. If you would like, you could also do this
with a block here between the shoulder blades and another block under the head. If you don't have two blocks like me right now, you can use this one block in between the shoulder blades for your supported fish, and then use either a bolster or a pillow that you have handy, and come into this heart opening pose. Wherever you're at, taking a few deep breaths here to settle in. Our Yin practice is known for taking a little longer in each of the positions, so really take your time to get set up comfortably. It's not about pushing yourself to what you could do, but rather taking the option that feels good. For example, the other day, I was personally doing a power yoga class online, just like this class, and I thought to myself, well, I could continue doing this particular class and push through it. However, I'm not particularly enjoying this, and what good would that really do me? Because I could end up hurting myself and all of these other reasons, when what my body really wanted was more of a yin practice, but there was still that part of my mind that didn't want to let go of the ego and wanting to push. So if you are like me, take this time as your opportunity to fully let go of all judgments, of all worry, all thoughts. Simply be, because as we slow down, we allow the body to communicate with us before it begins to scream in pain. With everything already going on in 2021, it's nice to start this practice, beautiful heart opening pose, to really get in there, to dive deep into the heart, have compassion for yourself. In our Yin practice, we'll be holding each pose for 3 to 5 minutes to go beyond the connective muscle tissue and into the fascia. And as you breathe, notice that each pose is not static, but rather fluid, that with each breath, there are subtle movements throughout the body. Continuously scan through the muscles and bones to see if there's anywhere that you can breathe into, to soften, to ease up, to relax, and to release. Slowly remove the eye bag. Use your hands to guide the knees back to center. Roll over towards one side and remove the block or bolster or pillows from behind you. Rolling back onto the back, windshield wiper the legs side to side. And then take a big morning stretch. Stretch the arms and feet out long. Draw the left knee up and hug it into the chest. And then we're going to twist towards the right. Option to use a bolster or pillow to rest your leg on. Big twist here, arms like a T out to the side. Looking up to the ceiling or maybe over to the left. Full deep breath, holding in your twist, bringing out your body like a dirty washcloth, releasing any energy that no longer serves you. Setting it free, setting you free.
Once you are comfortable, give yourself full permission to just relax, let it all go. It almost feels like you're floating through space. Use the sound of your own breath to ground you in the present moment, feeling the air, the cool air as it comes in, and the warm air that passes over your top lip as you exhale through the nose. You got it. Doing great.
Slowly come back to center. Hug that left knee in towards the chest.
And extend it back out long.
Right leg, hug it into the chest. And then guide it towards the left. The higher you bring the knee in towards the body, the more intense the twist. The lower you bring it down towards the opposite knee, the easier it becomes. Choose what feels right for you, not the hardest that you can possibly do, but what is right for you today. Close down the eyes as you settle in. Deep breaths.
These twists are a way to massage our internal organs and are great for our digestive system. I love doing these twists in the morning in bed.
Now this is a really fun transition that we're going to do into the next pose. We're coming into a half frog. To do this, we're going to come onto our belly. So our left leg is going to stay in a 90-degree angle as we transition onto our front using our arms to help us get there. Hopefully you don't have a mic, so it should be easier for you. All right, and then from here, two options. Arms can come out into a seal, extended out from the shoulders
To the corners of the mat.
So the first option here, arms are in seal, leg is in a half frog. We're gonna drop one shoulder to the center and then the other. And option number two is to come just right down to the mat. You can use your arms as a pillow or grab your bolster or a pillow to rest your head here. Breathing into the hips. You can also use a pillow, blanket, or support here underneath the knee, here in your half frog.
Remember, in this Yin style class, we hold each of the postures for quite a while. So take the time that you need to get set up, get comfortable so you can fully relax and surrender into the pose.
We're going to come to the other side. Stretch that left leg out long behind you. And right leg coming up. Once again, if you did seal on the other side, bring it up. One shoulder to the center and the other. Folding down.
Continue to hold and breathe. Ease up and adjust if you need. Breathing into the hips, feel them open and soften, easing into relaxation.
from here, you're going to extend that left leg that's at a 90-degree angle back, down along towards the right. Come to a Sphinx with both forearms planted on the mat. Care Bear stare with the heart shining forward. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down to the mat. And push back through your table if you'd like, flowing through a few cats and cows while rolling the neck. And then sink those hips down towards the feet. Stretch the arms out in front of you. And surrender into your child's pose. Closing down the eyes. Feeling supported by the mat. Option here to grab your bolster or a block. Bring that in between. And get comfy.
Another option that might feel good is to roll your shoulders in the child's pose.
With each breath, you soften a little more and relax. In your own time, we're transitioning from child's pose through tabletop, swinging the legs around, out in front. And then on an inhale, bring those arms up overhead. Flex the toes to the ceiling and reach as far as you can, keeping the integrity through the spine. To deepen this pose, grab a block and place it behind your feet and use that to help deepen the stretch. Or another option is to grab a bolster or a block and prop that up so it supports your head to allow you to passively receive this pose. Be honest with yourself. How is your body feeling today? However it feels, it's okay. Releasing any judgment or expectations that we have for the body, and coming from a place of curiosity and observation, from unconditional love. This forward fold is like a bow to your body as you honor body, mind, and soul. As you take this time in your practice on the mat today, taking a breath just for you, thanking yourself for taking this time.
Now, I grew up in a time where in yoga we did a lot of compensation poses. So next we're going to balance out that forward fold with a reverse tabletop. Check that the ankles are under the knees, the wrists are underneath the shoulders. Strong in your reverse tabletop. And send those hips back down between the arms. And then we're going to open up the left leg, open it up to the center, to come to a wide-legged position on your mat. Right hand on the left knee, left arm reaches up and over. Stretching to the side. With this elbow, bring it up towards the ceiling. Feel that opening through the chest, expanding in the rib cage. Thinking about lengthening instead of scrunching or crunching. Now hold and breathe, softening and finding space with each exhale.
You are doing amazing. We're going to hold this straddle stretch on each side and to the front for 1 minute each.
Slowly reaching both arms out forward. Walk yourself into the center. Reaching those hands out as far as they can go and keep those knees pointing up towards the ceiling. When you've gotten to the center on an exhale, soften and relax down. And hold here.
Know and feel the entire universe is within you. And as you relax into this wide-legged forward fold, you dive deep into the universe within.
Slowly coming to the other side, reach that left arm over to the right knee. Right arm reaches up and over. Stretch it out. You got it. Don't worry about how it looks. Focused only on how it feels. And then walk yourself up. To transition here, we're going to bring our left leg in towards the body. So it's in line with the long side of the mat. We're then going to stack our opposite leg on top of it. So bring that ankle to the knee. This knee is going to line up with this ankle. And we're going to get that stacked fire log leg And we're gonna breathe in here. As you breathe, you might notice that the space here begins to shrink.
Pull up through the hips, nice tall back. In Yin, I find it's somewhere after that 2-minute mark that you really start to soften and enjoy the pose.
It's always the poses that you don't want to do that are the best for you. And slowly release that. Come to the other side. So switch legs. Once you've gotten a comfortable position, settle in on your second side. Just full deep breaths. And slowly make your way out of that shape. Shake your legs on the ground. Windshield wiper them side to side if you would like. We're going to switch up just a little bit for our next pose, varying from our traditional yin practice, but I think it is nice to switch it up and add some of these in. So once again, there's multiple options for you to try for this pose. The first one would be up against a wall here, and what we're going to be practicing is our headstand. So if you want to do it against a wall, you're going to make your arms into a shape like this. You're going to place your place your head in your hands, supported, and then kick up onto the wall. Or what I'm going to use is my feet up. And this is how I like to practice doing headstands. And so what you do is you put your head in between here, and then you kick your feet up, and this adds padding on your shoulders. And the reason that I like using this versus doing it on the wall is because when you do a headstand, it can add a lot of pressure onto your neck, as where here your neck is long and supported by the feet up apparatus. So I really enjoy doing this. So feel free to go ahead into your headstand, and if that is not a part of your practice, another option for you is to do a feet up a wall. So what you can do is find a wall, and then you're going to get as close to the wall as you can. You're going to put your feet up and just relax here for the next few minutes. We're all going to meet here with our feet up on the wall once we've finished with our headstand. It's so nice after usually standing or sitting all day to put your feet up a wall and let it all go. Take 2 more full deep breaths with your legs up the wall, and then allow them to come down. Transition out of that position on the wall and make your way onto your mat. We're going to come into a lunge position. So step forward with your right leg. Make sure that your ankle is underneath your knee. Bring that back knee down. Walk the front right leg over to the side. And then come down onto the forearms if that feels good. Settle into your dragon. Another variation or option that you can take is to roll onto the outside of the right foot and apply gentle pressure to that knee. And as you do, opening up here through the chest and the hips. Breathing into that. If you're on your forearms, you could use a block to help balance your head. To make it a more passive posture. So we really want to use our props here in our yin practice to make it as comfortable as possible so we can breathe as deeply as possible so that we're getting the maximum benefits from each of our poses. So if you haven't already, if you're still on the outside of that foot, bring the sole of the foot down, the knee back up to center, and we're going to walk that foot across over into a pigeon. So bring that foot over, and then that block that we just had, if you would like, you can use that or your bolster or pillow. Put that underneath your hip to give you some support here as you make your way into your pigeon pose. Take a few deep breaths in this pigeon, and on an exhale, folding forward into your sleeping pigeon. Option with your strap, if you want to bring that around your back foot, you can strap it around and then bring it in. Breathing here, only if it feels good. We're going to be here for a full 3 minutes. So really take your time to get comfy, get set up, and enjoy the pose.
I love pigeon. It is one of my all-time favorite poses. I hope that you are enjoying it just as much as me. If any thoughts float by through the mind, bring the attention and awareness back to the sound and the feeling of the breath.
Place the hands under the shoulders and push yourself up. Beautiful. We're going to swing your legs around. We're coming onto the other side. So this time with the left leg in the front, pop yourself up onto your back toes in order to position that left leg. Once again, check that your knee is not going over your ankle. And once you've found that sweet spot for your stretch, untuck the back toes and come down to the forearms. Remember what we did on the other side where we roll onto the side of our foot and open through that knee, pushing open to the side. Deep, full breath.
Or if on the other side you grabbed the back foot with the strap, doing the same on this side to even out the other side.
We store many trapped emotions in the hips, so be gentle with yourself if anything comes up for you, or with the feelings or sensations that you are experiencing in this pose.
Slowly come up. Walk that left leg across into a pigeon on the other side. Full breath in your awake seated pigeon. And on the exhale, fold forward. Release, surrender down. And I like to put my arms behind me because it gives the shoulders a different rest than when they're in front. Just allow your arms to fall wherever feels good for you. Check in and see if you can breathe into the hip, creating a little more space there. And know that anything that comes up for you in this pose is an opportunity for you to release it. You are exactly where you need to be. Take a deep breath of gratitude just for you, thanking yourself for taking this time on the mat today. Anytime any of those thoughts from the box beside us start trying to creep into the mind, we're going to put them back into that locked box, off of the mat, and come back to the breath, come back to the body, grounding down, surrendering with ease. Slowly coming up. Swing those legs around. And we're going to make our way onto the back. Into your final resting position, corpse pose for Shavasana. Make any final shapes that your body is calling for, whether you want to take a happy baby or maybe a plow. And then settling in for that final resting pose, the most important shape of our practice. Giving yourself time for your body to absorb all the benefits of your practice. Let it all go. Our time for control of the body is over, and you can breathe freely and easily.
Allow the sound of the music to ease you into final relaxation.
beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes, rock the head side to side. Lift the right arm and roll towards that arm, using it as a pillow. Taking a few breaths in a fetal position before coming up into a comfortable seated position on your mat. Once you've made it to a comfortable seat, we're going to close our practice with the chant of Om together one time. We'll take a full deep breath to prepare. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Inhale to chant. Great work today. Namaste. Sending you love and light. I hope you have a fabulous day. If you enjoyed this class and are interested in more private yoga sessions, Reiki, hypnosis, or meditation, feel free to visit lovebydove.com. Or if you're interested in the yoga mat, the feet up, the background, or any of the other products that you've seen me use today, from the candles to the incense, all of these are also available at www.lovebydove.com. So make sure that you go and check that out. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it with your friends so they can also enjoy a free yoga class, and subscribe for more. I will see you next time. Namaste.